A few months ago, I attempted to hack the expansion battery cable of my Aferiy P280, and folks, things went terribly wrong. I made a mistake. That mistake cost me my golf cart battery. It also destroyed that Aferiy P280 and its expansion battery. They're all gone. Now, Aferiy, who had volunteered to fix that power station for me, I'd actually told them I'd pay for it, but they said, nah, send it back to us, let's take a look. They couldn't repair it, so they sent me a brand new one, and I really appreciated that. And I gotta be honest with you folks, I've had it a little while, and I was kind of scared to try this experiment again because I really didn't want to blow up another Aferiy power station, let alone an expensive battery. If I can't do something I say I believe I can do, and I keep failing and keep blowing up power stations, well, one of two things is going to happen. You're probably going to think I don't know what I'm doing, which, I mean, we can argue that. But you also probably might think you better not try to do this either. But I couldn't let it go. Because here's the thing, it's just not that complicated. I mean, there's voltage at the port, so I knew the hack should work, and I really believed that I'd made a mistake the first time. A fatal mistake, and one that had nothing to do with the hack itself, which I'm convinced was sound. So I decided to set up and try again, rather cautiously. I know this hack works. I know that the testing that I did said that it would work, and I've hacked several different power stations, like the Opus power stations, the Pecron power stations, EcoFlow. I've done several, so I know this will work. And I had a strong suspicion as to what went wrong last time, and I needed to do it again so I could prove that suspicion right, or wrong if I was wrong. But I'm going to be honest with you, and I know I say that a lot, but I still was a little worried. I kept thinking, well, what? I mean, did I really do that? And is there something else going on here that I can't quite fathom, that I just don't see? So I set up my new Aferiy. I set up one of my Humsienk batteries, which is a 51.2 volt LiFePO4 battery, same chemistry, same voltage, all that good stuff. Everything should work, right? Now, the first thing I did, same as always, is I checked the voltage at the Aferiy expansion port. And I had voltage, just like I did the first time. So, the port's live, onboard battery is connected to it. And, in theory, if I parallel another battery of the same voltage and chemistry and everything to it, then it should work just fine, because you can parallel batteries all day long. Then I tested at the end of the Aferiy expansion cable, the one that I cut in half. Well, I cut the main conductors in half. I left the communications conductors together for future testing. I checked there, and I had voltage there as well. Should be good to go. Now, the last time I did this, I then just took the red conductor or red wire on their cable and landed it onto the red bus bar, the positive side, and the black one on the black side, that positive side, and everything should have been good, right? Everything should be right in the world. Red is positive, black is negative, we're good to go, all is well. And, you know, that's the way it works. It's always worked that way. It's always worked for me that way. Red is positive, black is negative. And I made the same assumption this time right up to the last second. Because this time, what I did, which is what I always usually do, is first I turned on my Humsienk battery and I checked my voltage, and the voltage was good. And I turned it off. And then I turned on my Aferiy and I checked the voltage, and the voltage was good. But here's where things get interesting. You see, I had voltage, and my voltages were within half a volt of each other, which I always say they need to be. But I did not have the correct voltage, in the sense that I had negative voltage. And I looked down at my multimeter and my leads and the wires, and I had my red lead on my multimeter plugged into the red port on the multimeter, and it was touching the red cable going to the Aferiy, and the black was on the black cable to the Aferiy, and everything was the way it should be, and I had negative voltage. And I went, wait, is it possible that Aferiy has reversed the polarity on these cables? And I had suspected that after blowing up the last Aferiy. In fact, I even said that in various comments to people, that I kept wondering, could it be that they reversed the polarity on those cables? So I pulled the cables off. And I checked them free. And sure enough, black was not negative, it was positive. and red was not positive, it was negative, and so I landed those on the bus bars, black on the red bar, red on the black bar, which is so contradictory to what you should be doing. In fact, it looks so wrong that I'm damn near having fits, frankly, because it's not supposed to be that way. And I checked again. And sure enough, I had the correct voltage. Everything worked fine. And then I hooked up my ceramic heater to the Aferiy, turned on my AC, my inverter on the Aferiy, and I let it run, and it was starting to draw some good power, and I put my amp clamp on the cable for the Humsienk battery, and guess what, folks? I was drawing 16 amps off the Humsienk battery. Everything was going just the way it should go. I did not let any magic smoke out. The experiment was a success. We're going to test one more time. We're going to take those Humsienk batteries, 2 now, not 1, connect them both up to the bus bars, red to red, black to black, like they should be, double check everything, make sure the voltage is within half a volt of the voltage on the Aferiy power station. We will plug the Aferiy into that with those cables reversed, and then we'll do a couple things. One, we'll hook up the ceramic heater and go ahead and draw 1500 watts off the system and see that I'm actually drawing amperage off the Humsienk batteries, and I'm confident that that's what will happen. And it should actually be split between the 2 batteries as well. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the Aferiy after I disconnect the heater and everything and charge everything back up with the Aferiy. Now for a final experiment, I'll go ahead and I'll plug in my XENY 18 amp 58.4 volt charger, charge in the reverse to see it work there as well, because I've done this many times with other setups and it should do it just fine here. If it doesn't, well, we'll know. So without further ado, all right folks, here we go. Don't have fits. That is clearly not what you want to see. Now, the one thing I'm going to tell you is I would take black tape and tape up that red conductor all the way to the end. I would use some black heat shrink on the crimp and just make sure that that's absolutely black. And then I would put red heat shrink on the black side and tape that side up red so that it becomes more obvious to me that red is positive and black is negative, because they've got it reversed. So we know that now. I'm going to go ahead and put the covers on these guys here because we don't need me to accidentally touch a DC circuit, because that would be bad. All right, now we're going to take this, move that a little closer, make sure that that's tight in there. Okay, there we go. So again, we are red to black, black to red. All right, now folks, we are going to check voltage. Let's see if I can show you this. All right, so I've got 2.8 volts. Look at that. That is positive voltage, folks, 54.5 volts, okay? Shut this off. All right, there it goes, going down. All right, folks, here we go. You've got power stations off. Do we let the smoke out? Let's find out. Power station came on. Everything's running. Look at that, folks. Positive voltage, 54.4. All right. Let's take this guy here, plug this in. Oh. And I'm going to set it down somewhere. Okay, here we go. So we've got 1600 watts. Let's see what we get here, folks. 8.27 amps. About 13 amps there. 12 point, it's going down. 12 amps, 12.8. So we're actually pulling a little more off of one battery than the other. Those batteries do balance, but nonetheless, that's what we're pulling. 20 amps right there. So that's a little over 1,000 watts coming off of the Humsienk batteries and the rest coming off of the Aferiy. So it is working, folks. This is actually working fine. There's the two Humsienk batteries doing what they should do. You can see we're getting almost 9 amps there. Okay, so I've killed it. Let's plug it in. See it work that way. Ready? Bingo. I hear it click. Look at that, folks. Almost 4 amps going to the one battery. And the other one is 2.8 amps. 500 watts. The Humsienks are charging. Everything is working. Can we let the smoke out? What the hell? If I blow up all these batteries, pray for me. It shut off this because it sees it as fully charged. I believe that's what's happened here. So we're getting about 15 amps coming into these guys here. The Aferiy has said I'm good to go. Unplug it. See what happens. Does the Aferiy decide to come back on or not? My guess is the Aferiy says I'm fully charged. It's saying 100%. This is also saying 100%. And we're showing 54 volts, so they could go a little bit higher, probably. Well, seems to work, folks. So here's what I want you to take away from this, and it's simple. Number one, the hack works. The Aferiy P280 expansion battery port works, and it works well. And if you've got a compatible 51.2 volt LiFePO4 battery, you can add it to your system and get more power. Number two, and this is an important one, folks, don't assume that the manufacturer's cable is wired to conventions, especially if it's red and black. I mean, if it's blue and brown or something, well, of course you're going to check those because you're not going to know which is which. But if it's red and black, don't assume that it's correct. And I don't care how obvious it looks. Before you do anything, put your multimeter on it and check for polarity. So don't just check for voltage. Check for polarity too. If you see that minus sign and you're not expecting to see it, double check everything because maybe they've done what Aferiy did and they've reversed the black and red wires. I mean, it takes like 30 seconds, and if you don't do it, you could be like me and have some expensive and heavy paperweights. I made a mistake that you don't want to make. I assumed that red was positive and black was negative, and I was wrong. Now, I've got some more testing to do. I want to see how well this does over a longer period of time. So I will do some discharge testing and recharge testing with it, and I'll bring that to you in the future. But if you've done this hack, hey, let me know. What's your experience with it? How well has the Aferiy performed with this kind of a hack? Drop it in the comments below. Let me know. I always try to answer every comment too. So if you got a question, hey, drop them in there. I'm happy to answer them for you. So there you have it, folks. It works. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all my members. You guys rock. I appreciate your support. Meanwhile, folks, I'm going to throw another video right over here for you to check out. No magic smoke came out today. Y'all have a great day. The old Jarhead out.